Legislative session is now over. It ended promptly at midnight. During the 6-month session, lawmakers passed a state budget along with hundreds of bills.
And your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, was right there pretty much for every single thing that happened. She's outside the Capitol tonight with more on the end of the session and also some news from the governor. Susan?
Mark, it seemed like I was there for a long time, right? And I was. In fact, this was a long session which started in January, and there were some challenges this year and plenty of disagreements. But today, Governor Lamont says he's pleased with the budget and other things. He also is talking about his political plans. On the last day of the 2025 legislative session, Governor Lamont did things a little differently. Instead of addressing the General Assembly, he ended the session this way.
Midnight's too late for them, and it's much too late for me, and everybody seemed to love that idea.
And then, after a few last-minute bills, as the clock struck midnight, this year's session was over.
The budget makes a big difference. First and foremost, me, it was very important to me that we have a budget that was a 2-year budget, on time. That was not true in 2017, but it's true now.
The budget, Lamont says, is balanced and doesn't raise taxes. It also has a $250 rebate for working families. This year, Lamont and Democrats wanted to make child care more affordable. About 80,000 families in Connecticut will get free child care. Others will pay a lot less. There's also a big commitment to special education. But Lamont did something he was against, exceeding the state's spending cap.
We are putting ourselves back into that recessionary deficit spending that we have seen time and again.
What is the spending cap? I know it's a fiscal straitjacket. No, it's not. It simply works on the basic premise that your spending can't go up faster than your income. And for the first time in a long time, our income is growing.
He plans to veto a bill for striking workers, which would have let strikers collect unemployment. He feels it's anti-business. Lawmakers also passed a huge controversial housing bill. Lamont likes some of it, but sees red flags.
Kind of dumb to put this big number that some PhD said, hey, Westport, you're responsible for this number of units.
Lamont is now in his second term, and there's been a lot of speculation if he'll seek a third.
I love the job. I think we've had extraordinary progress compared to where we were, say, 10 years ago.
Lamont went on to say that he is seriously considering to run for re-election, and honestly, he seemed more inclined to do so after meeting with him today. He also said that these are complicated times, and it is good to have someone with experience. An announcement is expected very soon. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3, live at the state capitol tonight.
All right, well, certainly interesting, Susan.